Isn't it a beautiful day, Mom?
Kirsty Tate asked happily. She gazed out of the car window at the blue sky and sunshine.
Do you think it will stay like this for all of summer vacation?
Mrs. Tate laughed.
Well, let's hope so.
She said.
But remember what the weather was like in Rainspell Island? It was always changing.
Kirsty smiled to herself. She and her parents had been to Rainspell Island for vacation during the last school break. Kirsty had made a new friend there, Rachel Walker, and the two girls now shared a very special secret. They were friends with the fairies. When evil Jack Frost had put a spell on the 7 rainbow friends and banished them from fairyland, Rachel and Kirsty had helped the fairy sister get back home.
Could Rachel come and stay with us for a little while, Mom? Please?
Kirsty asked as they pulled up outside their house. The Yates lived in Weatherbury, a pretty village in the middle of the countryside.
That's a really good idea.
Mrs. Tate agreed.
Now let's take this stuff inside.
Okay.
Said Kirsty, climbing out of the car.
Where's Dad?
Just then, a voice called out from a distance.
Hello, I'm up here.
Kirsty glanced up, shading her eyes against the sun. To the left of the house was an old wooden barn. Mr. Tate was standing at the top of a ladder next to the barn, holding a hammer.
I'm just repairing the roof.
He explained.
It's been leaking.
Oh dear,
Said Mrs. Tate, opening the car trunk. She handed 2 shopping bags to Kirsty.
we really have to do something about that barn. It's falling down.
I like it.
Kirsty replied. Suddenly she jumped. Something cold and wet had landed on her nose.
Oh no.
She exclaimed.
I think it's raining.
Then she stared at the white flakes that had landed on her pink shirt.
It's not rain.
She gasped.
It's snow.
Snow?
Mrs. Tate looked shocked.
In summer. It can't be.
But it was snowing. In a flash, the sky had turned gray and snowflakes were floating down.
Quick, Kirsty, let's get inside.
Called Mrs. Tate, grabbing the rest of the shopping bags and closing the trunk of the car. Mr. Tate was already climbing down from the ladder. They all rushed inside as snow swirled around them,
This is very strange.
said Mr. Tate, frowning.
I wonder how long it will last.
Kirsty glanced out the kitchen window.
Mum, Dad, the snow stopped already.
She cried. Mr. and Mrs. Tate joined Kirsty at the window. The sun was shining and the sky was blue. A few puddles of water were all that remained of a sudden snowstorm,
Well,
said Mr. Tate.
how strange. It was almost like magic.
Kirsty's heart began to pound. Could there be magic in the air? But why? She and Rachel had found all of the rainbow fairies, and Jack Frost had promised not to harm them again. Everything was fine in fairyland now, wasn't it?
You better go and change out of that wet shirt, Kirsty.
Said her mom. Kirsty turned away from the window. As she did, she spotted something on the kitchen table. It was a rusty old metal weather vane in the shape of a rooster.
What's that?
She asked.
I found it in the park this morning.
Her father said.
It will look great on top of the barn once I'm done fixing the roof.
Kirsty reached a hand toward the weather vane. As she did, the metal glowed, and glittering sparkles danced toward her fingers. Kirsty blinked in surprise. When she looked again, the sparkles had vanished. All she could see was the rusty metal. Confused, Kirsty ran upstairs to change. Had she imagined the sparkles? Maybe. The snow was real, though. She was sure of that.
I'll call Rachel at lunch.
She thought.
Maybe she's been noticing strange things too.
Kirsty hurried into her bedroom. There, on a shelf above her bed, was the snow globe the fairies had given her. It was a very special thank you gift helping the rainbow fairies. Rachel had one too. It was filled with glittering fairy dust in all colors of the rainbow. When the snow globe was shaken up, the dust swirled and sparkled inside.
Right now, no one was shaking the snow globe, but the fairy dust was swirling around inside the glass. Kirsty forgot about her wet shirt and kept staring at the sparkling snow globe. She couldn't believe her eyes. It must be magic,
she whispered. She ran across the room and grabbed the snow globe, but then dropped it with a gasp of pain. The snow globe was so hot, it had burned her fingers. As the snow globe fell, it hit the edge of a shelf and shattered.
Oh no.
Kirsty exclaimed, upset that she'd broken her beautiful gift.
Just then, sparkling fairy dust flew into the air and floated down around her. Before she knew it, Kirsty was shrinking. It was just like on Rainspell Island. She and Rachel had become fairy-sized when they helped rescue the rainbow fairies. Now she was tiny all over again. Kirsty twisted around to look over her shoulder. There were her fairy wings, delicate and glittering.
Maybe the fairies want me to fly to fairyland to see them.
Kirsty said to herself.
But I don't know how to get there.
As she spoke, the fairy dust drifted around her. Suddenly, a strong breeze swept in through the open window. It picked up the fairy dust and whipped into a whirlwind, lifted Kirsty gently into the air, and carried her right out of the window.